In the first week of the summer school, we were introduced to the concepts and theories of short food chains, social services, ecosystem services, rural tourism and territorial valorization, and rural digitalization through critical readings and lectures. In the second week, we learned more theories from the critical readings. We also tackled about qualitative methods and quantitative methods and talked about our perceptions of Garfagnana. In the third week of the summer school, we talked to the stakeholders. In the last week, we had the opportunity to ask questions to our professors and tutors about our output. We also focused on doing our creative output and policy brief. We discussed about the shift from modernization paradigm to rural development paradigm. The new thinking gives importance to cultural heritage and locality. Its main elements are synergy, pluriactivity, and territorial. We also learned that social farming is a way to reconnect nature and society. In Europe, there are two models of social farming. These are the European specialized model and the Mediterranean communitarian. Moreover, we were reminded of the importance of the valuation of ecosystem services. We also learned about the concept of countryside capital, which is the fabric of the countryside, its villages, and its market towns. We also talked about the opportunities and challenges of digitalization. But what have inspired us in the first week? The different themes gave a comprehensive outlook of development aspects in Garfagnana. It served as foundation and guide to our journey in the area. Also, in Anna's class, during the creativity exercise, she said, "No matter how dissimilar the objects are, you will always be able to find similarities between them when you allow the right side of the brain to inspire your thoughts." In highly developed rural areas, it is guaranteed to find similarities. These similarities can be used as foundation to find and create innovative solutions. In the second week of the summer school, we thought of our perceptions of Garfagnana. Our perception of Garfagnana is that it is a relaxing place where a lot of tourists visit. People who live in the area are already old. Garfagnana has vivid traditions and good landscape. The area is also characterized by community building, local high-quality food, sustainable land use, all-season activities, tourism valorizing tradition, and multifunctionality. The possible challenges and threats in the area are pollution, mass tourism, network limitation, aging population, and urbanization. What have inspired us in the second week is that despite the challenges of online class, we appreciated the creative sessions that let us perceive and imagine Garfagnana. It was a creative way to let us think what is the situation in Garfagnana. Perceptions of Garfagnana changed during the third week of the summer school. We learned more about the problems, challenges, and preferences of the stakeholders in the area. We heard a short history of tourism in Garfagnana. We knew that tourists perceived Garfagnana as the same with Tuscany, and due to this, tourists get dissatisfied because of their high expectations, which the tourism sector is not able to meet. In addition, the issue of marble exploitation came up that we were quite surprised. We also realized that there are already a lot of actors involved in the tourism sector. However, there is non-coordination and common goals among these actors. The problem of transportation and connectivity was also tackled, and quite surprisingly and interestingly, stakeholders prefer slow tourism over high seasonal tourism. In the focus group discussion, we could feel and see the passion of the stakeholders in revalorizing the territory. Specifically, we were inspired by Antonella and Lucia. As previously mentioned, Antonella Poli is one of the stakeholders that we interviewed. She is an agronomist, an environmental guide, and the manager of the tourism office who has been working in the tourism sector since 1985. Her love for Garfagnana made her stay and work for its development. She has been following a tourism development model that preserves and promotes the identity of the territory. She wants Garfagnana to be known for its landscape and culture. And we could feel her love for the place in the way she talks about the history of tourism in Garfagnana, how it started and how they started the packages that they offer to tourists. She knows the ins and outs of tourism in the area. She said that it is important to understand what their weaknesses and use them to improve. Another is Lucia Giovinate, who is the manager of Bracicorte, an agritourism facility which opened in 1996. During the interview, she mentioned about the marble exploitation and how it is damaging some parts of the area. We were inspired by how she cares for the environment when she said that we want a sustainable tourism, not the exploration of the landscape that is being damaged. Despite the challenges and the pandemic, they were able to create solutions for the tourism in Garfagnana and continuously find ways to improve and be better. Also, they care about the protection of the environment over economic gains. They want the tourists not just to visit, but to experience the beauty and culture of Garfagnana. What was difficult and has frustrated us during the summer school? Well, it was frustrating that we are working on topics that are context-specific but could not experience it in person, and we think it has become a strong limitation on our perceptions and possible contribute of our work. It was also difficult to follow lectures for a long time in front of a screen, especially when the classes started to repeat some of the same concepts. And it was frustrating not being able to do the focus group discussion and group work in person. In the last week of the summer school, we focused on making our policy brief and creative output. It was tiring, but we are grateful for the support and supervision of our professors and tutors. We are also thankful for each other in Theme 4 for being so chill and cooperative. It was such a smooth journey with you guys. It was an overwhelming July, full of lectures and readings. We had a lot of frustrations, but we learned a lot. We felt the desire of the stakeholders to let their tourists experience Garfagnana through its landscape and local traditions. Also, Despite not being able to go to Garfagnana, we felt the passion and motivation of the stakeholders in revalorizing the area. Lastly, knowing the reality in Garfagnana reignited our aspiration and passion for rural development. We hope that one day we can visit Garfagnana and experience it ourselves.